Crazy. All right. And we
See, God
live.
don't like us, you see.
We live. Welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Cast. This your host, formerly known as Bad Love Chuck. Like to everybody in for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share on social media platforms. Here, my guy Country on the top right. My guy Boogie on the bottom left. And tonight's special guest. He's from 96.5 The Fan, and he does a podcast with Jay Binkley called Caribou Concerns. With some things about the Chiefs. I know the latest they did was with training camp. So I'd like to welcome Chris Uno Cero to this week's episode of Kingdom Cast. How you doing, Chris?
I'm good, man. I'm living good out here. We got one more preseason game, and then a couple weeks from tomorrow, we got some real football happening. So I'm excited about that.
Yes, sir. Getting close. Getting close, man.
We definitely need some real football. Judging by the timeline today, we need some real football.
Yeah. I got the Patriots and Giants game on, and man, I'm ready for the real stuff to start coming out because this stuff ain't good at all.
No.
Man, you get paid to watch it, but man, it'd be hard to watch the Patriots versus a precinct.
Yeah, I mean it'd be a little tough sometimes. Some of them games they be having on, and it's like, bro, this ain't good. This ain't good. They put this on national TV. Like the game's on Amazon Prime right now. They probably got 10 people watching it.
Man,
Look, we be so ready for football. Then preseason come, we watch a couple games, and we so ready for real football, man.
Oh yeah. Like I was ready last week. I was like, okay, enough of this. Let's get to the real stuff.
Yeah. But man, we had a lot of stuff happening here in the past few days. So let's get to it, man. Today, man, there's a report from Diana Rossini talking about the Chiefs are looking at possibly another running back. So we don't know who it's going to be. We don't know what the Chiefs are looking at. My assumption is that it's not going to be like a crazy big name. That's my assumption. You know, Chiefs probably picked from the litter or something. But did see some reactions on the timeline. Some people was like, okay, how come the Chiefs didn't draft a running back earlier? And, what's up with Elijah Mitchell? Like, what's going on? There's all kinds of speculation going on. So, Chris, I did see your response to it, man. You was more so in the Chiefs should have drafted a running back earlier in the draft. Besides that, man, I mean, what are your other thoughts on it? And, like, which running back would you have liked the Chiefs to maybe have looked at in the draft?
I mean, we talked about running back real heavy in the lead up to the draft because, like, we was real gung ho. Like, they got to get a running back. Pacheco's on a contract year. I think he's going to kill it this year because, as the late great Therese Paylor used to say, contract year is undefeated. And I very much believe that. And I think that Pacheco is going to eat this year. I don't think that the Chiefs are going to bring him back unless it's like a 1-year deal for nothing, which I don't think is going to happen. So, I mean, we was pounding the table for running back straight from the time that we started evaluation and all of that. I mean, look, DJ Giddens, Devin Neal, Dylan Sampson, Caleb Johnson. There was so many guys that we was pushing for them to go get, and they didn't get them. So obviously they did get Rashard Smith around 7, but it's like, converted wide receiver to running back, 1 year playing running back at the collegiate level. Is that the guy you're really going to go out there and expect to be the feature back after Pacheco is gone? I don't think so. So, I mean, look, we was pushing for a lot of different running backs. Obviously, it didn't happen, but you kind of see it now that they're kind of thrown out there with these rumors of trying to trade for a running back, and it's like, y'all know that y'all could have had Devin Neal in round 5 instead of taking Jeffrey Bossa. Even though I like Jeffrey Bossa, I actually think he's looked real great in the preseason. But like, you could have had Devin Neal there, and you probably would have someone that you could at least hope to build around over the future.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. I went a little bold with draft predictions. You know what I'm saying? Like who the Chiefs was gonna draft like in that first round or so, and I was thinking Breach is gonna swing for the fences and get Travion Henderson all of a sudden. I mean, that's what I was thinking. And you see how he doing in New England this preseason, so he's looking like a guy that's could possibly do some special things out there in New England. So that's how I looked at it. But yeah, there was plenty of guys throughout the draft. I mean, the Chiefs could have looked at. I'm not disappointed with Rashard Smith pick. It just may take a little bit. But
I mean, it might, but it's also like you're asking someone who has 1 year playing running back to come in and try to learn at the NFL level. And, it was like, he was at SMU when he played running back for the 1 year. But it's like, man, running back's a position where it's one of the easier positions to learn, but it's not an easy position to learn, especially when you only got 1 year to do it. And then you jump to the NFL level and it gets a lot more complicated and they ask you to do a lot more stuff. So, man, it ain't easy to do it when you don't have a lot of experience playing the position.
yeah,
So,
he's learned
so
for
do you
sure.
feel like they don't put an importance on? Because I feel like running backs are like a dime a dozen these days. Like it's not the days of Priest Holmes and LT and then Barry
Right.
Sanders and
Jamal
Emmitt Smith.
Lewis and
Like
all them
you
guys.
don't run the
Yeah.
ball like that no more. Running backs aren't like that prevalent no more. It's not 3 yards in the cloud of dust anymore. Like
I
it's like,
don't know.
all right,
I don't know,
we got
man.
needs.
Who won the Super Bowl?
That's what I'm saying. I think the tides have changed back
Yeah,
to the running back
and who underperformed the most in the Super Bowl? Saquon Barkley didn't do nothing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but we're talking about the overall spectrum, though. Like the running backs are starting to come back, bro. It's starting to trend towards the running backs again, bro.
Man, there's only one Saquon Barkley out there, and then it's
But it's
a
not just
big gap,
Saquon, though.
and then it's huh?
It's not the Saquon, though. Derrick Henry had a big year. Josh Jacobs had a big year. Jameer Gibbs
Yes.
had a big
We
year.
we try to
Every
get
free
Josh
agent
Jacobs.
running back from last year was good this year. All of them.
I do
Everybody that they
think
complained about them contracts, they all played better than that this year.
I do think that the running back position has become more important with all these teams playing too high safety coverage and whatnot. Like it sure makes your offense a lot easier to get down the field. Where you can just hand it off to a running back, or you can call a screen pass, chuck it over to the flats. He can go get you 10 real easy, and you don't have to put it down the field. Like, and not only that, but you don't have to put your quarterback in any danger either. So right now, like you are starting to see the running game come back a little. Like if you look at the passing yards, like average passing yards per team, they've dropped. Like they are the lowest they've been probably since like 2017, 2018, something like that. Like it's real low right now for like passing yards per game on average per team. Like running the football has become a lot more important. And having a really good running back or even a couple of really good running backs, it helps you a lot. I mean, the Lions had a lot of success with the duo that they got. I mean, you guys brought up Saquon Barkley with the Eagles. Eagles were not a good passing team last year. Like I know they threw it all over the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, but they wasn't a good passing team last year. What was they like 29th in throwing the football last year?
Yeah,
Like their offense was built all around the run game, whether it was Saquon or whether it was Jalen Hurts. Like that's what it was. So I do think you want to at least have a running back that you can count on in the run game and in the pass game. So I mean, I'm not asking them to take a round one running back, but like maybe day 2, you should probably get one when it's a real good class.
Yeah, but I'm about to say, the Eagles they didn't really need a pass like that because you had Saquon Barkley, you had an offensive line, so you ain't asking for Jalen Hurts to do as much like you did in 2022 when he was throwing it all over the field and had a good year. But like I think it was like I want to say it was 12 running backs that went over 1,000 yards this past season.
Which
So
is higher than we've seen over the last few
In the
years.
last
Like
20
the
years,
number
that's what I'm
was
saying. Like,
dropping.
it's
Yeah,
trending to the running backs again, bro.
the numbers were
okay,
dropping.
okay,
Buffalo.
we back to running backs.
I'm just saying.
I don't
Yeah.
James
think the
Cook.
Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs put the needs that we had. Left tackle was clearly first and foremost. Was
Yeah.
the biggest need. I think defensive end was after that. I think they just went in order of what their needs was. And I don't think running back was this major need that they thought they needed. Now, they try to get better with running backs. They tried to reach out to Josh Jacobs. They tried to reach out to Aaron Jones. Them guys didn't want to come here. I mean, you put in the
That's last
groundwork
summer
with
though.
Josh Jacobs. Yeah.
That was
If you would have
last
signed
summer.
him last summer, they'd still be here.
But what about this summer? They signed
Who?
Elijah. The
Najee
Chiefs.
Harris?
No, I'm
Najee
saying
Harris? You got him?
Najee Harris wasn't no
no.
answer
I'm
running
saying
back.
who did they try to get this year? You ended up
Who?
last. What did they
No,
do?
no. I'm telling you, wasn't nobody to get this year. Who was you gonna get?
Yeah,
This was the
Harris was
year to
like the
draft
best
a
free
guy.
agent available.
That's why this
Exactly.
was the
This
year to
was one of the
draft a
best
guy.
running back drafts in years. You
Okay, so
drafted
who
a
would you
receiver in the seventh round.
who would you take off your draft list then?
For me,
You could have took
anybody
you could
after
have did
Simmons.
you're not taking Joshua Simmons off, right?
Oh, I'm taking Josh Simmons still. Like I would
Okay.
still take Josh Simmons. Left tackle was
Josh
your
Simmons.
biggest
So by the
pressing
time
need.
you
Yeah.
get to 63,
What about
Travion
the?
and Hampton are already gone.
So you don't think we could have got a better running back that would have upgraded the worst running back group, arguably a top five, a bottom running back group in the league? You don't think if we drafted a running back in our second round, we wouldn't have had a better group?
I think what we got in the second round was a far more pressing need than a running back.
But how
Running
can
back
we
wasn't
say
up
that?
there for me.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I mean, you could have used your first third round pick to go get a guy. I mean, I was a big DJ Giddens fan out of K State, and I would
Me
have loved for
too.
them to grab him there. Like you could have
Me
got him
too.
in round 3 or one of your 2 picks. Obviously, I like the first one because I like Noah Williams a lot. I like Ashton Gelati, but I kind of thought that it might be smarter to go get you a running back rather than another edge rusher. So, I mean, I think you could say like the Gelati pick. I'm a big fan of the Omar Norman Law pick. I'm not a huge fan of how they're using them, but that's a pick I still wanted them to make. But yeah, no, 100%. Like the first pick in round 3, to me, that's where I would have gone running back there.
I
yeah,
mean, if we look at it, all the issues we had, the holes we had, we addressed them in the draft, right? We still have those same holes now. We still talking about we need pass rush. We still talking about our corners, and we still talking about our running backs, right?
yeah. And I was about to say, I like the first name Taylor brought up. They call him Bill Merritt. They not calling him by his full government name. I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah, he's Bill. Yeah, he's
yeah,
Bill Krosky Merritt. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
which you could have got him. You could have got him instead of using the Bossa pick. You could have got him. He looked real good on Monday night. Like he looked real good on Monday night.
I think he RB1 in Washington.
I think he is too.
So yeah. Book, did you have any other thoughts on it, man? Because I know you was a big advocate of Josh Simmons. Like, do you think the Chiefs should have let their running back earlier in the draft?
Not earlier than Josh Simmons. I think left tackle, we knew that was our biggest hole, but we got Jalen Moore, of course, so we would have been cool. We didn't think Josh Simmons was gonna fall to us. So that changed your whole draft. No, you still take him. That's a franchise left tackle. But what we haven't brung up yet also is via trade. Like there's viable running backs we could get that could make our running back room way better. ETN, Robinson, Walker. Everybody's saying they not gonna be needle movers. Why would they not be when we don't have any explosive plays from our running backs? All these players could be explosive. They've been on teams that are not explosive offenses and have way more 10+ yard runs than Pacheco. So you don't think in this system with Mahomes and this offense and Andy Reid, they wouldn't be better? ETN's already been in the system. So we don't think he could be a more explosive player than what we have on this team right now?
I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even a fan of those names except for one guy. And Seattle's definitely not trading Kenneth Walker nor Zach Charbonnet because they completely changed their offensive scheme. They went from a pass heavy to a run heavy offense. And Clint Kubiak got them boys looking good running the football. As you can see from when we played Seattle, and Seattle did their thing against the Raiders too. So them boys ain't going nowhere. But all them other names, I'm really a fan of. ETN, I'm like, eh.
So when
I
you
would have
say
liked Tyler Algier, the backup running back for the Falcons. Like that's a guy that I'd be intrigued with if they were to try to make a trade for him.
Yeah, that's not a bad
so
name for sure.
so y'all don't think any of these veterans that are available on the end of their contract years, those 4 players, Hall from the Jets too, you don't think none of these players will come to the Chiefs and make our running back room better?
I got concerns about Brees Hall's vision. I ain't gonna hold you because I saw a clip of a play where it was just blocked well all across the board, and it should have went for like a 30 or 40 yard run, and he just missed the hole, man. Like he just ran to the defense.
What do Pacheco be doing?
That's what I'm saying. You gonna have two of the same thing. I don't want two of the same thing on this team. I mean, country. You got
I
any thoughts on the country on the vet running backs that are available? You got any thoughts on that?
no, no, not really. I've been talking about it all day. It's like in the draft. I don't get it. But I mean, if you go pick up a guy, you go pick up a guy. I think whoever you pick up is just going to be a third string guy anyway. It's not going to be a game changer. I don't think there ain't no game changers out there or nothing like that. It'll help you not be the bottom 5, but then it'll help you be what, top 20? I mean, what's the difference?
I mean, it's a bit of an upgrade. It's
A
a bit of an
big.
upgrade, but you know.
Okay. Yeah,
We
say
relying on
from bottom
Pacheco
5 and
and
top 20.
Kareem Hunt.
I
Like,
mean, look,
are those viable options with Mahomes? Like, where do we go? Why do we have this Ferrari and we want to be cheap around everything else?
look.
That's
Here's
why
my
you went and
thing.
got Hollywood Brown,
You,
Xavier Rasheed, Royals.
but but what
That's for
about running the
Mahomes.
ball? We still run the
Nobody
ball.
cares.
Carrington made a tweet earlier, and I don't want to quote him wrong. I want to say he said Cook on Buffalo had only like 7 more carries than Kareem Hunt.
Mm-hmm. And also at the same time, Buffalo got arguably the best offensive line in AFC too.
Well,
So
all the money you spend in the offensive line, we should be in that conversation, right?
I mean, but with Joe Tooney getting traded off, I mean, it hurt our offensive line a little bit, just on paper. But so far, like Kingsley's doing a decent job in the run game. So I mean, if the Chiefs do decide to run the ball, I mean, I think we still be okay. But at the end of the day, man, we're gonna have to. I don't know, man. I'm just not really a fan of better running backs. We may have to. We may have to even address. We have to address that next offseason. That's what it's looking like.
Man, we just
yeah, I
said
mean,
that
I
like the
don't I
last 3
don't
off seasons.
I don't think they're trading for an impact guy. If they do, it's probably going to be someone they can get on the low, and you hope that he can be a Jet McKinnon type for you. But yeah, I mean, this is why me and Bink, we was out here saying like running back, they got to hit in the draft, and they got to get someone that could be a potential 3-down guy, because man, you are asking a lot from what you got right now. Look, Kareem's 30. He ain't young. Like he can't do the same things he was able to do during his first stint with the Chiefs. I think it
Nope.
was that Saints game. There was a run where he was going up the sideline and he looked like he wanted to hurdle a guy that was trying to tackle him low, and his body said no, and he pulled back on it and just went out of bounds because he can't do those same things he was doing during that first stint anymore. So like at that point, it should have been like, hey, let's go get a young guy that we can count on. Because unless Pacheco has another year and then comes back on a 1-year deal, you don't be looking for a starting running back in the offseason anyway. So I wanted to get ahead of it because you had a really good running back class. But we'll see what happens. Maybe they kind of change their mind because the market ain't what they're looking for, and they just try to roll in with what they got. I don't think that it's going to be anything that like really blows everyone away as far as the trade goes. But, I don't know, maybe they got some magic up their sleeves.
Yeah, and about Kareem, I mean, he did just get off the couch. You know what I'm saying? So, like that hurdle probably wasn't in his repertoire yet. But again, like you
I
said,
don't
when
think
you
he
get
could do that
started,
hurdle now, man. I think
That's
if he
over
tried it
with.
now, I think he'd be like, yeah, I'm good, bro.
It's over with.
said it's over.
I think
When
it's
you
just
when you
weird
get
though,
to
man.
your 30s like that, like your body just not the same. It don't do everything that you wanted to do the way you wanted to do it. So I think he made a business decision there, and I don't blame him.
Hey,
I,
I can't argue with it.
I think it's a little weird though that well, yeah, our country's been saying that the Chiefs don't value the running back position like that, but Andy Reid's whole career he has valued the running back position like that. It's like
In the
now when
past,
we got
in the
Mahomes, it's
past,
like
in the past, yeah, but like he hasn't. They haven't committed. I mean, Pacheco was a 7th-round pick. Now, granted, they thought they was going to be able to find a starter in the 7th round, and they did. But like, We was asking questions about Pacheco a year ago,
But
and they didn't do
Chris,
nothing really.
Chris Clyde was a first round pick. He just
Right.
didn't
He
become
didn't
what we
pan
thought he
out.
was gonna be.
He,
Yeah,
and I'm not saying first round running back. I don't really subscribe to the first round running back deal. But second day running back, you can find some real good backs there. There's always a real good back or two day two, and
Absolutely.
they haven't really made an effort to go out and get somebody like that. So that's really where I kind of think the issue is they're like, we got burned by Clyde. Let's step back and try to like see if we can find some diamonds in the rough. And that's cool when it works. But then when it doesn't work, it's like you got to change your approach up. And I feel like if they were to get an impact running back, it would make their team a whole lot better.
Yeah. So let's go to the next subject, man. Skyy Moore. It's time here. The Chiefs is up. We got traded yesterday for a 6 and 7 round pick in 2027. So at least Chiefs got something out of the deal. I mean, we just mentioned with Brett Veach and late round running backs. But in general, Brett Veach has done some of his best work in the late rounds in general. I mean, whether it's Pacheco, whether it's Jalen Watson, Josh Williams was a key cog. I know things haven't been going well for him for this season. We don't know if he's gonna make the team, but just a few little gems that Veach found. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on Skyy Moore being in Niners uniform? And, I mean, what are your thoughts on the compensation that they got in return?
I mean, the fact that they got a pick in return is real nice because I thought they was gonna have to cut him. I thought they was gonna have to cut him. So the fact that they got anything in return is nice. He hasn't caught a pass since 2023. So I mean, it's not like you was gonna get a whole lot if any compensation. I probably would have waited for him to hit free agency before I tried to get him if I was looking for someone like him. Look, I kind of feel for Skyy because Skyy kind of came into a situation where they had just traded away Tyreek Hill, and he was a second round pick. There was a lot of expectations on him. A lot of people forget this guy was a converted DB over to wide receiver, which is the reason why he wears 24. And, like when you convert positions, it's not easy to do, especially when you go from defense to offense and you go into Andy Reid's system, which is real complicated as far as like how they use their wide receivers. You line up all over the place. You run all sorts of different nuanced routes. You're asked to adjust your route based on coverage. So that means you have to learn coverages. You have to learn, what's the best depth against this type of coverage. Timing is important there. It's a lot of stuff. Plus, you have to break off your routes and run around just try to get open whenever Mahomes decides he's going to improv. So, I mean, look, it's real tough and it's not really cut out for everyone. So hopefully it works out for him in San Francisco, where I do think it's going to be a little bit easier for him to play the position. But yeah, man, I mean, I think it's probably best for both sides because I didn't think he was making the team.
I think the whole situation with the Niners right now, I mean, they got a grocery list of injuries at wide receiver. Brandon Ayuk is dealing with an injury. Demarcus Robinson, he dealing with a suspension right now, for who knows what. There's two other guys I believe dealing with injuries. Like they pretty much almost the entire wide receiver room is dealing with injuries. So I mean, they had to find a trade partner somewhere, and thankfully they was desperate enough to get what they late round picks. So hey, I mean, I'm happy with the conversation. But what's your thoughts on it, man?
man, I wanted Scott Moore. I thought he was gonna be a good receiver. I was team Scott Moore. He just didn't pan out. Like I like what DG said earlier. I do think when we got Scott Moore, I thought he was gonna be a slot receiver. I didn't think he was gonna be outside. I thought he was too small to even be outside. So I never thought he was gonna be working outside. But when you got receivers like MVS and we had McCole and we had injuries and a lot of stuff, he was going outside. He really just never. I feel like he got the playbook. I feel like Justin Ross. Remember, he kind of had problems with the playbook. I feel like Scott Moore had the playbook down, but he just was overthinking too much this whole time, man. Just the mental mistakes, the drops, the fumbles on special teams. He did have the Super Bowl play, but I mean, we're not gonna remember. I mean, we're gonna remember that, but we're not gonna remember his time for that Super Bowl play. We're gonna remember all the other stuff he did. Wish him good luck, but yeah, it just wasn't it, man. That was a miss by Veach. Good thing he drafted two skill position receivers afterwards that he didn't hit on, because that was one of my biggest things with Veach. He never hit on the skill position. So good luck, Scott, man. Good luck, man.
That punt return against the Bengals, that's gonna be on a highlight reel too. But only
Yeah.
local Chiefs fans gonna remember what he did against the Chargers on Sunday night. I mean, that's what really got the people excited about Skyy when he broke out in that game. I think he had like 5 catches for 63 yards. So he had a decent game, and that's what got the people hyped about Skyy, but it just didn't materialize. Country, it's on you, man. What was your thoughts on Skyy getting traded?
Good luck, man. Good luck. Excuse me. Good luck to Scott, though. I hope he works out in San Francisco. He just never really got a proper shake in Kansas City. I don't think he was used properly. I don't think he was used to a skill set. And they threw him in a position with the punts, and it was just like he was broke. And then it just he made some mental mistakes, like Boogie said, and then they just never put him in a position like a slant, give him a quick catch to like build something. Like it just then it'd be like 3 targets a game and he only catch 1, and then it's like 2 more weeks go down and it's another 3 targets and he only like they never really gave him a shot, man. He never really got a fair shake, and in this business, you gotta, as soon as you get an opportunity, you gotta go. And the fans piled on and they filed on and they piled on. Some of that little celebrating and things that people were saying was a little out of line and a little, come on, man. These people still human beings at the end of the day, whether you like them or not. Sometimes fans don't separate player from person. And my son met Skyy Moore last year. He was gracious. He was nice. He talked to him. He showed him love. They had the same injury. They talked and related like that. Like, so I was always rooting for Skyy Moore as a person. Like, he was a great guy. You know what I'm saying? And Skyy put in the work. I was thinking about this today. We jumped on McCole Hardman for not going to Texas. Skyy Moore was there before it was popular to be in Texas working out with Pat. Skyy was there. Skyy's in St. Joe every day. He's getting work after practice. He's staying longer after practice. He put the work in. I just think his confidence never got to where he was supposed to be. And then he came in that game the other day. He dropped one, and you could just it was like the whole stadium was like, like damn, bro. Like we wanna root for you, bro, but he just was broken. And I think he was a broken player, and I think he needed a fresh start. I think he needed a new environment, and hopefully San Francisco give him a real shot and use his skill set to where it is. And man, I didn't even think about you saying that he was a DB. Like, he just started learning wide receiver too. So it was like, I'm tired of that too. I'm tired of the projects. Like you said, I'm tired of wide receivers that used to be running backs, and running backs that used to be wide receivers, left tackles that used to be right tackles that used to be I'm tired of that.
Hey, Country,
Start drafting people for their position. I'm tired of corners that should be safeties. I'm just over that, for real. I really.
Country, that sounds
There's
good.
a whole lot of guys like that on the Chiefs team.
Always
It is.
remember,
On that.
Tyreek Hill was the one like that too, though. So
He was.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
probably the
Tyreek
reason why they
Hill,
started
though.
doing stuff like
I'm
that.
just
Yeah,
saying.
Actually, no. Tyreek was not the original. The original was Dexter McCluster, who was
Yeah.
a running back that they converted to a wide receiver. Then it was
Yes, sir.
Dad. They had Dad, and he was a running back that they converted to a wide receiver, and then it actually ended up working with Tyreek, like because Tyreek was obviously running back converted to a wide receiver, so it has worked in the past. And
But Tyreek
like they
is
did,
freak, though.
he is. You're right. He is a freak. That's the reason why he was able to
He's
do
not
it. But
normal.
we also didn't expect him to be able to do it, because like we watched it and it was like, oh, he good, but like, man, it's hard to learn wide receiver at the NFL level. So he definitely was kind of the exception to the rule. But the Chiefs got a whole lot of people like that on their team that play one position and then had to learn to play another. But
And
I
I know
Najee
versatility is
Johnson.
something that they love. It's always, if you're versatile, then you can do that. But I mean, everybody's not built like that. Some guys are just, I don't want to say they just guys, but some guys are just
Yeah.
guys. But I mean, it's cool that I can play safety, but look, I'm a corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a corner. Let me please play corner. Let me play to my skill set. You know what I'm saying? I think Najee Johnson is going through the same thing right now, where he's really a safety, but y'all trying to fit him into that a square into a round. You know what I'm saying? Like let him play safety. Let Shamari Connor play safety. That's what he is. Like, stop trying to. I don't know. You think? Yeah. Shamari does fall into that.
I'm with you on
category.
that, country. I'm definitely with you on those.
I'm just, bro. Like, I don't like the Jalen Moore playing left guard and then playing like, leave him at tackle. You know what I'm saying? Like, put him at tackle.
I think that's different though, country. Only
yeah,
I think it
I
is
agree.
too, but
I do think it's a little different. Yeah.
that's a swing
I
tackle.
think the
I
money
give you a
is playing
pass
a
on
little part
Jalen
in that,
Moore.
but
Even on
The
the
only-
O-line, you need to kind of play. You need to at least know those other positions. I can give you a pass for Jalen Moore. I'm with you on
Yeah.
those DBs, though. I'm with you on that.
yeah,
My only thing about like offensive line, I'm not a fan of them trying to make every tackle a swing tackle because like some guys are just better on one side over the other. Like Kingsley Suamata, he was a right tackle in college. His senior year, he moved to left tackle, and I remember watching the tape on him before the draft. I was like, I don't know if this dude's a left tackle. And I was like, I'll give the Chiefs the benefit of the doubt when they took him. Hopefully they see something I didn't see on film and it'll work out. And it ain't worked out yet. It ain't even worked out with him at left guard. I got some questions about him as a guard, but like, look, Wanye Morris, right tackle when he was at Oklahoma. They moved him to left. Now, he did play more snaps at left in college because he played at left tackle when he was at Tennessee, where his teammate was Trey Smith. So, maybe that's the reason why they decided to try him out there. But like,
Don't do that
in
again.
the little bit, you said what?
Don't do that again.
What?
Having him at left tackle. I don't want to.
Oh,
let's not do that again.
no. Oh, no. And I'll tell you this, Mahomes definitely don't want him to play left tackle anymore either. Because if you remember him in that Raiders game on Black Friday, he was hella pissed.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, look, man, they've tried out a lot of different guys, and I do like that they definitely are pushing for versatility in their linemen. Some guys just ain't that versatile, and if they not, then just play them in the position that is where they're best at, and just let them play well there. We don't need to see Wanye left tackle no more, and I'm sure Mahomes don't want to see him there no more either.
Yeah,
right. I'm just tired of experiments. That's why I like Josh Simmons. Josh Simmons is a left tackle. He looked like he was born to play left, and he left. Keep him there. I don't want him floating around over here. And today we started him at right. I don't want none of that. Just play him where he need to be. I'm tired of the
said
mix
you like
and
Josh
match.
Simmons?
Huh?
You said you like Josh Simmons?
Yeah, I'm trying to act like I never liked Josh
was you not a fan of the pick?
I was skeptical of his health at the from the top.
I think that's a reasonable take.
No,
Me and Bink were a little skeptical about the health too, but like after I heard the Chiefs in their press conference, I was like, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. We'll see how he does in camp. If he wins that job, he wins that job. But I wanted Josh to win the job. I don't want them to do what they did with Kingsley last year, which is just give him the job and say, hey, it's all you, bro. And he wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
Hey,
I was skeptical of his health. And I always thought that I want to see it before I just throw him the I didn't think it was I didn't think it was like he got to start week 1. It just wasn't a big deal to me.
Yeah, you said week 11. Yeah.
I said
Book is funny.
I said whether he start week 1, 5, or 11, if he the future of the left tackle, we still what's gonna change it in week 1 to week 11? What's gonna change? I'm still standing on my point. I don't understand your argument though. It's crazy.
Isn't that no argument? I was just saying. You said week 11. This week 1. He looks good right now. Starting week 1. He's gonna look better in week 11 from starting week 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what's
yeah,
the issue? Ain't no problem then. It
right.
don't
We all,
matter. It don't matter when he play. If he the future left tackle, he the future left tackle. It don't matter when he play.
yeah, we on the same accord here, man.
Nah, it's all good.
But but country, I want to get back to your point about the humanization of Sky, and I'm glad you said that because I was listening to Chief Concerns earlier today. Shout out to Marcus and JD, man, Jay
Man,
Dunn. But Jason Dunn, he had a story, and he kind of went through the same thing Sky went through, man. He
he
lost
was
confidence
preaching.
at one, yeah, he lost confidence at one point, and he told everybody how he dealt with it, and he told everybody how he found God, and after that, he just blocked out all the noise, and once he got healthy again, he got right back to work, and the rest is history. He got another opportunity here in Kansas City, and
Mm-hmm.
he was beloved. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the best black and pocket tight ends we've ever seen play the game. He talked about how he was a second round like Sky, and he didn't give me opportunities, catch the ball and stuff, and the injuries happened and all that. But for those who haven't watched it, man, go check that out. Chief Concerns on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
It was a great segment, man. It was a
Nah, Dunn was
great
preaching.
story
Dunn
by
was preaching,
JB,
man.
man. So
He
yeah,
Hey,
kind of
DJ,
told a
what you?
similar. He kind of touched on that when he was on Tell the Truth too. I think I'll have to watch it again. Just shameless plug to watch
I
your
do
two.
think that's a great point though about confidence like that. I wasn't a big fan of when they put Sky into punt returns, and he didn't really look like he was had any level
Comfortable.
of confidence out there. I was a little worried that he was not going to be able to handle that, and especially when he started dropping them punts early, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, yeah,
hey, Uno,
maybe. Yeah,
Uno,
what's up?
you want to know what's something, man? You want to know what's crazy? I heard Chiefs fan say that earlier today. He said when Dave Told was vouching for Sky to go out there and try a punt return, that's when he kind of messed with his confidence because he was having a rough time fielding the ball and stuff, and
Yeah.
kind of
And
messed him up.
you put him in a position that he wasn't prepared for. And that's the exact thing I said about Kingsley Suamataia last year after he got benched versus the Bengals. I was like, look, man, confidence ain't easy to get back when you lose it. It just ain't. And when you put someone in a position to where they're either gonna kill it or they're gonna fail miserably, like I don't think as a coach you do that, and I kind of felt like that's what they did with Kingsley last year, and so part of me really kind of felt bad for how they used him in that situation, and you kind of look at him even this year, even in the preseason right now, he don't look that confident out there. He looks like he's worried about messing up and getting the quarterback killed. So that stuff sticks with you, and it don't go away just because you've had some time in between that. When he went right back out there against the Broncos later on that year, same thing started happening. I mean, Nick Benito was whooping his ass that entire game, so much so they had to put Wanye back in there. So, and Wanye was hurt at that time. So,
That's how
yeah,
bad Kingsley was.
yeah, that's how bad he was. And it's like, look, man, confidence ain't an easy thing to get back when you lose it.
You know what? I'm thinking. Oh no, it would be better. I think we would have more time and patience if we weren't in a Super Bowl window. If we were like
Yeah,
a 8-9 team or something like that, I think you could show a little bit more patience on. I don't look great, but okay, we'll come back next week. Like we're not going nowhere any damn way. You know what I'm saying? We might as well just wait. But we in a win now situation, so we ain't got time to be. Oh, come on, man! It's gonna be okay, bro. It's gonna be all right. Like we don't have time for that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, does that make any sense?
no, you're right about that. And like the big thing is because of the salary cap, because of how much the top guys are making on their contracts, you got to rely on your rookies way more than most other teams do. Most other teams can afford to sit a guy and have them learn for a year, and then they throw him out in year 2 or throw him out in the middle of the year if they need to. Man, it's hard to do that when you got to replace a corner and you draft a guy in 22 they drafted 3 corners and all 3 of them played. All 3 of them started games. That's how much they needed corners. Receivers, like the last 2 receivers that you took in the draft, like those guys immediately were playing. I mean, you immediately had to rely on Xavier Worthy. He was your top receiver for most of the year because of injuries. You immediately had to rely on Rashee Rice because the rest of your receiving core just wasn't that damn good. It's really hard to rely on those guys and expect them to do well in that situation.
That still might be possible for receivers this year too, with the suspensions and injuries and all that.
They're probably going to have to rely on Jalen Royals more this year than they probably would have liked.
You might have to throw Royals in there early, and I'm still kind of skeptical on Tyquan Thornton too. I think the talent is there, but we haven't seen it in the season. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels good to say it in practice.
If he's McCole Hardman, I think you feel good about it. Like if he's like McCole Hardman the last few years, gadget player, he gets you like 350, 400, big, couple big, 3 big touchdowns during the season. You feel pretty good about that move.
You said McCole, you don't think he will be closer to replacing Justin Watson?
I mean, McCole, Justin Watson. I mean, I think the last couple of years they were a little interchangeable.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you think Jalen Royals a deep threat like that?
No, not Jalen Royal.
Who are you talking about?
Tyquan.
You talking about Tyquan?
Oh, Tyquan.
Yeah.
As far as Justin.
Yeah,
Watson,
I mean, Justin Watson might be the better, though he got a little bit more speed than Justin. But yeah, he might end up being more of a Justin Watson type. Because like you remember, like McCole, what was it, 2019, 2020? He was what Justin Watson eventually became, except he had more yards than Justin we usually have. But he was the deep threat guy. Everyone's paying attention to Tyreek and Kels. And then he just sneaks out, goes deep, and you just chuck it down the field. And, he goes out there and gets you a big gain. Like, I think that's what they're kind of hoping with Tyquan this year is he becomes that. He becomes like a jet sweep guy, and, you're able to get a little something out of him.
All right,
I just want to see that trio one time. I want to see Hollywood, Rasheed, and Xavier on the field at one time successfully. It's just like this is like the second year and we still haven't seen it yet. It's like
we kind of got robbed.
They've been together for 2 years, and we still haven't seen them all 3 on the field at the same time. That's ridiculous.
No. Yeah, we kind of got robbed by that with the injuries last year. So hopefully after the Rashee suspension, if Hollywood can stay healthy, maybe we can get a little momentum with those 3 out there.
Man, Hollywood got her first play of the game, bro.
First play of the preseason.
He already getting dinged up. It's like, man, I hear you, country, but I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm not, bro. I'm not.
Hey, I wanted Daryl Mooney. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I was fighting for Mooney, and people thought I was crazy. But if you want to see me,
hey, I would have liked Darnell Mooney.
Hey, that's messed up.
That's wild.
Hey, bro, that's messed up, John.
That's wild.
Mooney was nice last year. He was real nice last year for the.
He was. He hurt too, I think.
But I think he is hurt. Yeah.
But since we're talking about depth, I mean, we can kind of get into the depth of the team a little bit now. We already talked about Kingsley. We talked about the wide receiver room. So my thing is the defense, the side of the ball. Chris Uno, are you concerned about the depth of the defense right now? Because these first 2 games, we've been getting ran off pretty good. Like once the starters go out the game.
Well, let's chill on once the starters go out. If your starters go out the game at any point, you're probably getting ran on because it's your backups. Like I'm not too worried about.
This is bad.
Look, it's the preseason, dog. Your backup defense is not good. Like if you're playing your backup defense, you get ran through by whoever in the NFL. So I mean, I'm the only thing I'm real concerned about. One, you do have injuries in your DB room, which is a little concerning to me because
Hmm.
I think your DBs are a massive part of what makes your defense great. So your DBs ain't healthy, and you're not able to get into a position where you can play Trent McDuffie in the slot. I don't think you get the best version of your defense. But
Hmm.
to me, I'm a little bit more concerned about Omar Norman Lott because he's got like an ankle injury. And on top of that, he's put on 24 pounds since he got drafted because they're trying to use him more as a nose tackle.
Who
And
advised that?
one,
That was
I don't agree. I don't agree with it. I've been critical of it ever since I saw that that's what they were doing. And you watch him in that first preseason game, and like I don't know if y'all watched him when he was at Tennessee, but man, when he comes off that line of scrimmage, man, he has some burst. That first step was great. And then you
And
watch him in the preseason, and he looks slow. Like he
yeah,
looks like he doesn't have any burst. He doesn't
mhm.
like he can move very well. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously like ankle injury, so that's probably playing a part. But I also wonder if the weight is playing a part too, because he's not used to playing at 315. He's used to playing at 290. And when you're used to playing at one weight and you got to add 24 pounds and then try to play heavier, like, man, it's not an easy thing to get adjusted to over the summer.
You want to know what's crazy, Uno? Because after that Arizona game, me, D Mac, and Trey was on here, and I asked them. I said, "Do y'all think Norman Lott putting on the extra weight was a mistake?" You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I like the draft pick, but it's just him adjusting to that playing weight because he ain't never
And
did
you're
it
not
before.
using them the same way you was using them at Tennessee. Like
Right.
he's being used as a nose tackle, and he's used to playing three tech. He's used to just trying to beat a guard with speed and mobility, and that's not what he's having to do now. Now he's trying to plug up a gap, draw a double team, and it's a different kind of game. So look, I understand that they want versatility in their alignment, and I respect that part about Spags. And again, we kind of get back to the versatility discussion. It helps until it doesn't. And sometimes you just got guys that ain't that versatile. They got to play this one position to succeed. And I think in this scenario, and we'll see once the ankle gets better, maybe he'll kind of get more acclimated to the weight and he'll be able to be effective like he was at Tennessee. But right now he don't look like the same dude that we was watching on film back in the spring.
Oh
no.
no, I will say I agree with what you're saying, but let me see him play with Chris Jones first, because I think that
Yeah,
changed
yeah,
everything. You
yeah.
got
I mean,
95 next to you. We're not worried about you. We worried about 95. Let's see how he play like that. Then
right,
I'll
and I
be able to
and,
say that.
and I do agree with you on that. Like Chris Jones should make his play better, but to me, it's like I want to see him when his ankle's healthy because the
Hmm.
biggest thing for me is the lack of get up off the snap. And
Yeah.
even if you got Chris Jones out there, man, if you're the last person to get into the paths of that offensive line because you just don't have the same burst because you're playing at a weight you're not comfortable playing at, man, it don't matter who you got next. You have Aaron Donald, you have John Randall, you could have Bruce Smith. It don't matter who you got next to you. If you can't get off the line of scrimmage the way that you used to, man, it's gonna be real tough for you.
Because it felt like we heard his name a lot more before the ankle injury.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And
He was a
then
guy I talked about him all throughout the offseason. Like this is the
and
guy
then
I'm looking forward to most.
and then who sends him back into the game? I was like, what are y'all doing? He hurt his ankle, went out, and then 50's back in the game. Or is it 55? Is he 55 or
55.
50?
It's
50.
55.
Like, what is 55 doing back in the game? Like, who cares about this game? Hey, and to the point earlier, somebody said Seattle came to play that game. I don't know what the pep talk was in the locker room that day, but Seattle was fighting for jobs that day because they was playing, and we looked very lackadaisical in that game. Like we already know our 53, and the rest of these guys is playing for y'all, but we don't really care about this game at all. And it looked like that the entire game. It was like they didn't even want to be there for real.
I know
It was
it's
an ugly
early. I'm
game.
starting to be worried about our defense, though. I am. Because I feel like how our defense is set up, we already know our linebacking core is going to kind of be a weak link, how we use them. We kind of have to get home on with the D line, and I feel like, are we sure Charles Dominique? I hope he does good, but is Charles Dominique, Chris Jones, and Karlaftis, is that enough pass rush? Especially now that you, like we saying with our back end, our secondary right now it's a lot of holes right there. Are we
If
confident right now in this defense for week
if,
one?
if Fulton got to be healthy, and I think
They
that'll put everything in the perspective. But until he healthy, it's gonna be some clothespins and band-aids and like paper clips on the back end of that thing. But it's gonna have to work. Somebody gonna have to help each other. If either the front four is gonna help them or they're gonna help the front four, but something gonna have to shake because right now it's a little shaky right now. The linebackers looking a little old right now. I don't know what's up with Drew Tranquil this year, but
I
with the
mean,
He's
what
back
got
or
he's got a
whatever.
he's got back injury. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a back injury, so that's
last year wasn't Drew's best year either though. So I
he
mean,
put on too much weight. Who is advising these people? Who told Drew Tranquil to put on more weight last year?
well, he played more snaps though, right? Because when we had Willie Gay, we didn't need him to play as many snaps. So I mean, I see he probably put on the weight because he had to play more snaps, maybe. But
Yeah, just to make it through the year, but it did not help him. It did not help him at all.
I definitely think he sacrificed a little bit in his pass defense because he wasn't as agile as he had been the
no,
year before, and he was great in pass coverage in 23 and 24. He kind of took a step back in his pass coverage. So, and plus they were using Leo Chanel more to try to
hmm
play around and use him as a pass rusher. Early in the season, I mean, they were basically using him as like an outside linebacker Russian when they were playing nickel. It's a little weird, but I think if they get healthier in their DB room, I think they'll be all right. I'm not quite as worried about the pass rush as a whole, just because like I think your biggest issues have been health with a lot of these guys, and I think Amenahu having a full off season to actually like get healthy again and actually get to play with the team from the start of the season, like because he hasn't done that his entire time here. Like it's nice to get him out there and get him, acclimated to playing probably like a specialty role. He's probably going to be like a third down guy, maybe. But Mike Dana, if he's healthy and good to go, you're talking about him maybe having some sort of impact in the pass rush, and then hopefully you don't have to rely on Chris Jones as much as you were as far as his snap count, because his snap count was crazy last year, and you
Yeah.
could tell towards the end of the year he was starting to get a little wore out.
question, fellas. I think I asked this last episode. Is FAU making the roster? I think we talked about this last time,
Well,
fellas. But I don't know
he's on
what you think.
IR. He's on IR,
Yeah,
so
he done for the
he's
he
not
done for the
playing.
year,
Yeah,
bro.
He's
he
done
out
for
for
the
I'm
the
sorry.
year.
season.
I'm sorry. He's out for the season. I'm sorry. Him being out for the season. What do you think about that?
I
I
think the right.
mean,
My fault. Go ahead, Uno.
oh yeah, no, it's look, I thought he would make the roster just for depth purposes because he is good against the run. He's just when he rushes the passer, he disappears. Like, I mean, so like to me, it was like at probably best an early down guy, but man, I'm surprised he hasn't taken any strides and improved as a pass rusher because I mean, you could definitely see the talent when he was at K-State, but man, he is not. He has no moves, like nothing. It's just he just runs straight into the tackle, and that's that. He just gets blocked for 3 seconds, and then the ball's out. So, um, I mean, at this point now, it doesn't really look good for his future with the team. I mean, the fact that they decided to put him on IR instead of get rid of him and whatnot. I guess that means that maybe they can try to tap into him for another year, but I mean, he's another guy where I kind of felt like really young. He was like 20, I think, when they drafted him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a guy that like he was undersized when he was at K-State for the early part of his career, and he had to gain weight to be able to like get up and play. And they ask these guys to do a lot, and they want them to be able to move around. And man, it's it's tough when you get to the NFL level, man. And he hasn't acclimated and he hasn't developed his game beyond what he did as a pass rusher at K-State.
Yeah, I was rooting for the kid, man. Because I wanted that the whole he was a hometown pick stuff to not be a thing, and now it's looking more like a thing. Because I'm hearing stuff that Brett Beach actually wanted to trade out the first round, and Clark Hunt wasn't happy. I'm hearing that stuff now all of a sudden. So I
Of
mean,
course. Look, you
I
I
know they
mean,
start leaking all that now.
that stuff
yeah,
was floating around during the draft. I
yeah.
mean, I think that they probably thought about it and they didn't get the kind of deal that they wanted. And so they just decided, hey, let's just make this pick. I kind of doubt that Clark forced him to make the pick, but I do think that he considered it for sure. I mean,
When
reportedly they were
has
trying to
Clark
trade
Hunt
up.
ever? When has Clark Hunt ever did something like that? Made a football decision?
See, look,
Marcus Peters.
I'm just saying the rumor. I'm just saying the rumor, bro. That's
I'm,
all.
I'm
I'm not
no, I'm
Yeah.
saying
just
I believe it or
asking.
not.
I'm asking.
Marcus
When the
Peters.
last time we knew, besides going to play in foreign countries and all that stuff, and when have he ever made a football decision though? That ain't
The
even
Marcus
his
only
Peters.
style.
the
You're not
the
Jerry Jones.
only
What about
the
that Eric
only
Berry? Eric Berry
football
contract?
Yep.
Yeah, and he
Marcus
had to step
Peters.
in and pick it up for Dorsey because he was about to. Boy, you almost made me cuss, boy.
Kareem Hunt.
they yeah,
That was Brett
I
Beats'
think
decision to cut
the
Kareem
yeah,
Hunt.
I think that was an Andy decision for him. The only decisions that I think that we know that Clark for sure is a part of is like when they trade the first round pick. Like that's they Veach has to consult with Clark Hunt about that. Aside from that, I don't think Clark is involved in any football decisions. I think that's an Andy thing. Andy basically runs Arrowhead besides the business stuff with Clark. Like that's Andy's place. So Andy's the one that makes that decision. And if he's like, hey, let's go get this guy here, then that's what they do.
Y'all
Yeah.
think Clark Hunt told him to cut Marcus Peters? I think Marcus
Oh yeah.
Peters punched the
No,
coach in the face. That's why he got cut.
no,
Yeah,
Marcus
Marcus did that
Peters,
to himself.
Huh?
Marcus did that to himself.
Marcus requested a trade. That's why
Thank
he
you.
made them go.
I'm like, what?
Right.
He Clark tried to get him to tone down on the national anthem stuff, and he was like, "Nah, just trade me," and that's what happened.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, Marcus wanted out, man.
He wanted out because he didn't like the friction he was getting from the organization.
Oh shit. Yeah, y'all going too far with the conspiracy theory.
I mean, I get it because we see owners all the time get involved in their team's decisions, but I
but
mean,
not our owner.
Clark is so hands off. Clark is like, bro,
And
y'all are
Clark
way
is
smarter
smart.
than me about this. Like, y'all do you. If I feel like I need to step in, I will. But y'all do you. And like I said, he don't want to be involved in these decisions. That's not his style. Like, he wants someone that can do the work for him and do the winning for him. That's the reason why he
Right.
always tries to get the best of the best. Like, even though it didn't work out, he thought he was getting the best GM candidate with Scott Pioli. Now it ended up being a disaster, but he was serious about trying to get the best candidate, and Pioli was really highly thought of. So he's always about trying to get the best of the best, and sometimes it don't work out. But he definitely is like, hey, I'm going to get someone that's a football guy that's smarter than me.
And all you John Dorsey supporters, when Clark Hunt has to be called at home to come fix these situations that Dorsey got y'all in, that's why he don't have a job right now. But
yeah, no,
I digress.
they wasn't happy about all that money they spent on Larry the Canadian doctor because they felt like he overspent on that contract. Even though like
remember
Larry
the
was
time of Ali?
good.
Remember the last time of Ali where he waited like a year and then had to overpay him? Dorsey was I like Dorsey too, and he brought us some great players, man. But man, he was so bad at the other side, bro.
He didn't know what a
He had
calculator
to go.
was, man.
And also like we got to keep it real about Dorsey's time here. Again, as I said earlier, the guy who calls the shots, the guy who makes the picks is Andy Reid, not the GM. Is Andy Reid. I'll tell you this right now. John Dorsey didn't want them to draft Marcus Peters. That was an Andy Reid guy. I remember hearing from somebody that said that they were at the draft party and they heard from John Dorsey. Yeah, that wasn't me. That was an Andy guy. Like he didn't that and if you look at like the type of guys that Dorsey like talked about, the guys that he wanted, it wasn't a guy like Marcus Peters. It was the good leaders, the guys who didn't get in trouble with their teams. But I like, to be honest, I wouldn't be shocked if he wasn't too in on Kelsey either, because Kelsey had some issues when he was at Cincy. So
Definitely
So you
Andy
ain't
repick.
you ain't gonna
yeah,
give Dorsey
those
no
are
credit
Andy
for
guys.
Mahomes, Uno?
No, that was Veach. Veach is the one that put him on the
I was just
radar.
about to say that.
Veach,
Because
yeah, Veach is the one that put him up on game on Mahomes. Like I don't think John Dorsey, like, based, everybody said that was Veach, not John Dorsey.
because the word is that John Dorsey wanted Deshaun Watson. He wanted D4, and
I mean,
Andy went to
I
D.
get it. I get it. I think most
So
people wanted Deshaun Watson here. Like, there were a lot of people that wanted Mahomes, but I think most people wanted Deshaun, and I don't blame him. He was a great college quarterback.
No, I was good with either one. And like when they made the pick and they said Mahomes, I was the only one celebrating because we got our guy either way. And everybody else
Yeah.
was pissed. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson.
I wanted Deshaun, but when they traded up 17 spots to go get Mahomes, I was like, I'll give y'all the benefit of the doubt. But by preseason game 4, I was sold on Mahomes. That Titans game, he made like 3 throws on one of them touchdown drives, and I was like, yeah, he's good. That's our guy. Like I knew it at that point.
I wanted Watson all into that national championship game, and I was like, he's not going to be there. We picking at 27. He's not going to be there. So
I didn't think he was going to be there.
Yeah, I thought he was going. I thought Watson was going to be gone super early. So I was like, all right, who's the next best guy? And this, this
I didn't
going
even
for
think
500
Chiefs was gonna
yards versus
draft a
Oklahoma.
quarterback, man.
Who?
Like, I didn't think Chiefs was really gonna do it. Like, we've been saying draft a quarterback forever. I really didn't think they was gonna do it. So I
We
was just
was
happy they got
starving.
anybody. Man,
We was starving, bro.
We was, bro. For
You
sure.
remember that Eric Fisher draft?
Even though they had Alex, bro, I thought they was
Oh,
going to draft the
man.
quarterback, though. Even though they had Alex, I thought they was going to draft the quarterback. I thought it was time.
Hey, listen, that Eric Fisher draft was terrible, dog. That we actually came
Oh, my
out
God.
pretty well. We came out pretty well in the end. Looking back
Yeah,
at that draft.
that 2013 draft was not good.
Geno
One of the
Smith,
worst
right?
drafts of all time, bro.
The
That's
top
Geno's
quarterback
draft, right?
the top quarterback taken in that draft was EJ Manuel. Like,
Oh my God!
that's all you need to know, man.
Look, even though he's
EJ
Florida
Manuel.
State, but Lord have mercy. If you redraft that, D-Hop is probably the first pick at what he was 27th. And then Kelsey is probably right after that, and he was like in the 3rd round.
Like Lane Johnson probably still top 5.
Yeah. Lane Johnson's up there.
I mean, I still think Fisher's probably a 1st round pick. Fisher was a pretty good left tackle for you.
Man, they was trying to give us Deion Jordan, and he, oh my God, he fanned out so fast. Huh?
I didn't like Deion Jordan. That pick was. I don't think he's an NFL edge rusher.
He fanned out the league. How long was he in the league? I don't think he made it to the 2nd contract.
Not that long. That dude's the smallest linebacker.
Maybe 4 years. Maybe
he was worse than Manti. He was worse than Manti Te'o.
Bro, Deion Jordan.
Manti actually wasn't that bad. Manti was a decent.
I know he ended up being better than people thought he was going to be, but
he was like a Scott Fujita type. Like he was around for a little while, decent player. Then he kind of flamed out after like.
Man, Deion Jordan is trash.
Man, Deion Jordan was barely over 200 pounds. I don't understand.
I don't know why they thought
he was real tiny. He was real tiny for an edge rusher. Real tiny.
But
2013 was trash, man.
That was not good.
So where did you get the name Uno? Is that just for one, or you love the game Uno? Which one?
Oh, so it's Uno Cero. It was you remember when Chad Johnson changed his last name to Chad Ochocinco?
Yeah.
I took that. It was like a nickname in college, and then everyone just started calling me that, and I was just like, I'll stick with it. Like, and I just like put it on like Facebook or whatever, and then next thing you know, when I started like working for 610, I didn't even get a choice of whether I was going to use that name. That's what the guys I was producing for called me because they were friends with me on Facebook. And so I didn't have a choice at that point. Like I didn't get to say, hey, I'm going to use this. So it is what it is. But I ran with it. It's what people know me by. So
I was about to say, because if you're an Uno player, you know I bust your ass now.
I don't know
It's
about
real.
that. I'm pretty decent at
Here we
Uno.
go.
I'm pretty
Damn.
decent at
Here we
Uno.
go.
Hey, Uno get real, bro.
It
Uno,
ain't
it's
my.
not as
Oh
bad
yeah.
as spades or dominoes,
Oh
but
yeah. Yeah.
Uno
You
can
fight
get
people
real
with them
too.
games. Spades be getting real testy. Like
Man,
my family's a dominoes family, but I got friends or whatnot. We'll play spades. Spades be getting real testy. If you declare some books and you don't hit them books, bro, they me
Lord have
mugging you
mercy.
the rest of the hand.
I just seen fights break out over space.
Yeah, that's why we play.
Dominoes too.
That's why we don't get that bad on Bones. But
Yeah,
no,
Bones is not really it ain't crazy like
It
that.
ain't supposed to be, but you mix alcohol and dominoes.
Cheap alcohol. It gotta be cheap
Cheap
alcohol.
alcohol and dominoes.
It's gotta be
maybe cheap alcohol.
them little sippers. Yeah,
R&R, man.
them
You drink some of
little
that,
two
man.
shots.
Man, when you start putting that space card on your forehead,
It's crazy.
I got y'all set, boy. Y'all set, boy.
Craziness.
Man, it get violent, man.
I will say
How do
this.
you,
I will say this, man. Putting that Uno game in Vegas might be a mistake down the line.
That's
I'm
a
definitely not there,
terrible.
bro.
That's a terrible
That's
idea.
gonna be crazy.
Bro, like you know how many people didn't get real pissed about Uno with no money on.
Yeah.
Now imagine somebody throw a couple skips your way. Like you ready to throw hands
Ooh,
as soon
them
as you
draw
get up from the
fours.
table.
Nah, it's
Hey,
no
bro,
draw fours.
when you get hit,
It's no draw
when you
fours,
get hit with
man.
that skip draw four combination, bro.
Oh my
Oh,
god, bro.
especially if somebody throw it down on you,
Oh
like they
yeah.
do in
You got
spades,
to.
like when they
You
cut.
got to though, right?
You got
When
to
they
throw it
throw it
down.
Disrespectful with it.
Yeah, you got to throw it.
Disrespectful
No,
with it, dog.
But if you hit me with a reverse skip draw four, we might fight.
Yeah, hands might be
family or not, bro.
exchanged.
I'm gonna
Hands
talk
might be
about your mama if
exchanged.
you do that, bro. Hey, we gotta talk about your mama when you hit me with that reverse draw skip draw four. Nah, bro. Don't do me like that. And then you gonna change the color to yellow. Nah, bro. Chill. You do it.
Yeah, they doing too much putting Uno out there. Like, yeah, that's a little testy. Like people get real serious about that game.
All
Man.
right, so let's go ahead and get to the Bears matchup, man. I mean,
Do
we
we
got
have
some
to?
guys. Yeah, I mean, cause look, we got some guys fighting for their jobs, man. Fight for their jobs on the line, man. Eric Bieniemy making his return to Arrowhead, the running back
Oh
coach.
God.
So, what you mean? Oh God, what you mean?
Because you.
What you mean?
That's what
You
I
see how
mean.
the agenda getting pushed. Come on, man. You already know.
Man, you know he flying that flag, bro. That
Hey,
Go
Eric
for
the
it.
enemy flag.
Matt Nagy going back home.
Oh, are you an EB shooter?
hey, look,
Yeah.
You
EB,
a
EB
EB
is my
shooter?
guy, bro. EB was my guy, man.
Matt
Oh, really?
Nagy's his guy. Oh no, Matt
Hey,
Nagy's his guy.
oh, really? You
Yeah,
down with Matt Nagy?
he's a Nagy guy. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not a Matt Nagy guy. Stop playing. Stop playing with me. Nah, but Uno, man, I'm gonna ask you this, bro. Like, you see the first two games, man. I mean, these guys ain't look good stopping the run, dog. I know it's a so-called talent evaluation, but if you fight for your job, you gotta at least do better. Like, look, I know Spags ain't treating this like a regular season game. I get all that. You playing a lot of base in preseason and all that, but you still gotta find a way to get off your blocks and fill the A gap or B gap, whatever the run play is going to. So, like, I mean, what are you expecting? Like, do the Chiefs actually put up a better effort this time around, or is it going to be the same?
It's gonna be the same because it's gonna be most of the same people playing. Let's keep it a buck. It's the same people that was playing the last 2 weeks. Mahomes gonna get like 4 plays in there. They gonna call the most vanilla plays, and they gonna put what's his name, Gardner Minshew in. He gonna get his 11 plays like he's got in the last 2 games, and that's it. He about to skedaddle. he gonna put that cap on, and they're gonna have the backup sit there. Look,
Man.
it's the third preseason game. It don't matter. They're not playing their
Let me ask you this,
linebackers.
Uno. Let me ask you this. How many actual right now? How many out of the 53? How many are locks right now?
I mean,
I already put that up.
I don't even think it's more than like 5 or 6 spots on the team left. And to be honest, I don't think it was a whole lot of spots that was on the table to begin with. Because like, look,
right,
the Chiefs, they compete for titles. Like, if you have a whole bunch of positions up for grabs like that, you're probably not that good. Like they didn't draft it for a reason. They done had guys on their team, play at a real young age for a reason, because they expect you to come in and they expect you to be productive very quickly because they need it. So yeah, like I don't think it's a whole lot of competition. It ain't a whole lot of guys. I mean, the reason why Skyy Moore got traded is because he wasn't making the team. Like, so if they can get some value out of him anyways, cool. That works out. We get value for a guy that wasn't making the team anyway. I mean, look, it's just not a lot of positions up for grabs because the guys that have their places locked, they got them locked for a reason because they too good to lose their spot to the other guys that are competing with them.
I agree. It's like 50 locks right now, bro. It ain't a whole bunch of people fighting for.
It's right. It just ain't a whole lot like that because look, the Chiefs know who they like and who they don't, and you can tell the way that they like apportion snaps and whatnot. You can tell, and if you playing, with 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter on tomorrow night, you probably not making the team. Like it is what it is. So
facts.
I just want to say this, Uno. I just want to say this, man. Just based on what I'm seeing this preseason, bro. Like, if Nick Bolton or Chris Jones get hurt at any point this season, bro.
Oh boy,
it's gonna be a major downgrade, dog.
Well, don't even talk about that. I'm not a big manifested saying it to manifest. I'm not, but don't even play around with that
either, bro. I'm
don't even play around.
I'm not liking what I'm
wood in
seeing
your
after
car,
that.
man.
I just did. Country,
yeah, you better find him. You better find him. Let's say you better get on it.
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about, Chris. We're not talking about.
Formerly known as Bad Luck Chuck. Come on, man. Don't start going back to that, man.
He took me out. He took me totally out the thing. Hey, Chris. Okay, here's a question, and I'm thinking about putting a fan favorite Hall of Fame together. Give me somebody that like entertains you like during training camp and preseason, like one of your preseason heroes. Like Casey Printers is like one of my preseason. We knew we weren't gonna make the team, but I just love supporting him. Like, do you have like a preseason hero? Over all time, as long as you've been a fan, bro. It don't have to be nobody from this shit.
You know who I really loved when he came in and played? This is wait, man, it's a deep cut. It was when Warren Moon was like the third quarterback on the team back in like 99, 2000, something like that. And it was real fun getting to watch Warren Moon play for the Chiefs because, he was washed at that point, but he was a legend. Like he's Hall of Fame.
Still had that arm.
Yeah, he was again old, definitely past. But man, it was cool watching Warren Moon because I remember when I started watching football in like '93, I was like, he was one of the guys that was like, my fam was always talking about him, and you would hear about what he did in Canada before he came to the U.S. before he came into the league. So it was like getting to watch him play for the Chiefs again, back up. I think he might have started one game for the Chiefs because of injuries, but that was real cool to see him go out there and play like that because, man, he was a legend of the game. So yeah, that would probably be my guy.
Yeah, Warren Moon.
But you got to go
quarterbacks all the time.
Well, mine was he didn't turn out to be good. Was Jonathan Baldwin. I really thought he was gonna be good, man. Like I really did.
I get
Was
it.
it off that
I wasn't
YouTube
a.
video? Was it based
I
on that
wasn't
I just
the.
YouTube
wasn't
video?
Yeah,
on the
it's
field for
probably the
that, Chuck.
YouTube. It's
I was
probably the
on there for the
highlights during the
video. I
draft.
fell for the video. Now you don't remember he was jogging in the
Yeah,
middle?
Yeah.
I know
Oh
best
God.
man.
yeah, yeah.
What was it?
Well,
2:50
you
in the morning. Was it
Middle of
like
the
Yeah,
night.
he
3
running in
3
the
a.m.?
Yeah.
man, you
That
fell
boy
for
Boogie
the
I,
was
you
so
fell
I
for
fell
hyped.
the
for it.
John
I
Baldwin
fell for it,
video.
bro. I fell for it, bro.
Man, I
That
didn't
yeah,
believe
him
in
and Haley,
him.
that just did not work at all,
When
man.
I when I watched when I watched when I because I watched him in college, I was like, yeah, no. And when he was first round, I was like, bro, like he don't run routes. Like the only thing he does is like make contested catches, but he's never open. Like
And we
not
never
at
threw
any
him
point.
contested balls either, though. That was another
Well,
weird
yeah,
thing. We
because he
never.
was never open. Like I'm not like most quarterbacks aren't gonna throw the ball up and say, hey, just go get it all the time. Like most of these
I will,
guys just aren't gonna do that.
I will say this. He did have a highlight on Brian Dawkins.
Oh, he did when he caught it
The
around
one
him.
where he
Yeah,
caught it through
Yeah.
his body?
yeah, he caught it around him. Yeah, that was like one of the best catches in Chiefs history. But that's like the only
Oh
real
man,
highlight he had like that.
Now
Down
Davis
Davis,
is a
yeah.
good one. Who you got, Chuck? Chuck. Bobby Scipio? I don't know what's wrong with
Dude,
Chuck.
people really liked Bobby Scipio back in the day. Like he
Yeah.
was real good in the Arena Football League. And like when the Chiefs brought him in, everyone thought he was gonna be something. And I was like, I don't know, man, because it's different when you play Arena League versus NFL, man. That field is so much bigger. You have so much
Yeah,
more space to work. It's different, bro.
Mhm.
It's just
it
different.
is. Arena football is fun to watch, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, I used to watch it religiously every year back when it was on like that. Like, I mean, now I think they started it back up, but it ain't like you got to dig real deep to find it now.
Yeah, ESPN
I
Ocho.
think, yeah, I think they played their championship like last year, 2 years ago at like a mall somewhere. Like, it might have been like the Mall of America.
America, yep, I think it was.
Yeah, I think they played there. I was like, bro, that's how you know they down bad. They playing a championship at a mall.
At a mall? At a mall
Yeah,
Mall of
field?
America, Mall of
yeah, they played
America,
it.
yeah,
They played at
Golly.
the Mall of
Yeah.
America. I
Wow,
just
bro.
happened to see it on. I think it was CBS Sports Network had it on. I was like, bro,
That
Mall of
is
and they used
America
to
wild.
is
have
huge.
they used to have this in full arenas, man. Well, I
yeah.
don't know if it was
That's just
full,
crazy.
but it was in arenas, and then they
Yeah,
have it in
bro.
the mall.
Because, like, I remember when we had the brigade for a little bit here. But when you go
Hmm.
before that, Kurt Warner, he made his name in the Arena League.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah, Iowa.
Yep, and Antonio
Mm.
Brown's pops was an Arena Football League legend himself, too. So, it's crazy.
Hey, country, we know who yours was, Brody Crowell, right?
I love Brody.
You
I
love
love
Brody?
Brody.
I'm sick.
Snap
He really did.
Oh,
the
really?
freaking
You was
ball,
on the Brody
Brody.
train?
Snap the ball, Brody.
Yes.
Snap the ball, bro.
Dude,
Ty Haley. Ty Haley
I
killed. You
was
talk about killing somebody's confidence. Todd
Oh
Haley
man.
would have got Skyy Moore out the league. He would have killed him.
Oh buddy.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Bro,
See,
he
Oh
no,
would have been on
buddy.
his head.
he would have been out of there.
He would have
I
made
was
somebody
not
quit. I
I was
still want
not a
to.
fan of I was not
I
a
still
fan of
want to
Brody
interview.
Croyle at all. Like Brody, I watched him at Alabama in college because I'm a Florida fan. I was like, that is not an NFL quarterback. And when the Chiefs drafted him, and then I read something in the paper, like I want to say it was like a month later, where they was like, oh, they think he's the franchise quarterback. I was like, that ain't gonna go well. Like
Brody. Brody
saw
was
that,
too
saw it.
thin,
Man,
too
he was
fragile.
brittle too. He was
He had
brittle.
a cannon though.
Yeah.
He did have
Hey,
on.
Boogie, but my boy Tyler Bray.
That
Oh
oh
Lord.
man.
Oh
Bro,
Lord.
Tyler
you
Bray.
was on the Brave train
The
too.
Tyler
I
Bray
like
agenda.
Bray.
Oh
Country,
my
he
God,
damn near
bro.
I
threw away
thought
our
Bray had a
friendship over
cannon on
Tyler
him,
Bray,
bro.
man.
Bray
You're
had an
disgusting
arm
with
on
that
him.
agenda.
Bray had an
Yeah.
arm on him, but he didn't hate he couldn't play NFL quarterback though. Like
He didn't know where it was gonna go. He
he
just
didn't.
Remember they
Yeah,
kept
Country
stashing him
swore.
too. They kept
Country
stashing
swore,
him too,
dog.
man. Like he was gonna be something.
hey Bray. Mahomes is what I thought Bray was gonna.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hey, there was a faction of the fan base that was like hardcore on Tyler Bray. Like I used to see him all
He's
the time on
serious.
like, wasn't that Terrorhead Returns Facebook page or whatever? Like I used to see people all the time. I was like, bro, they ride or dies for Tyler Bray. What? Like,
Hey,
Hey,
Country, you was on that page,
Uno,
huh?
we,
You
we
was on that
do
Sure.
page, huh,
no,
Country?
we do not interact with Chiefs Facebook, bro. We don't do that.
oh, I
It's
got off it.
wild
I
over
got
there.
off it. I got
Yeah,
off it
it's
like
crazy.
a decade
It's
ago. I
it's
was like,
tombstone over
It's
there, bro. It's
crazy.
wild. You
yeah,
might get hurt in Chiefs Facebook. You gotta be a strong man.
yeah. No, I had to get out of it. I was like, once I got deep enough in the radio game, I was like, let me get out this group or somebody figure out why.
Man. Oh, speaking of radio, who are name? It don't have to be a Chiefs guy, but give me 3 guys that you would, if you interviewed these 3 guys, you'd be like, I'm done with radio. I've done enough. I can't do
Well, I
any
don't.
more.
Okay. Let me. First off, I don't get starstruck like that. So even if I interviewed them, I'd be like, "Hey, I need to get some more takes out there." But obviously, Mahomes, like that's my guy. Um,
It don't have to be just Chiefs players either. You can name
yeah. Man. I would really love to interview Steve Nash because I'm a big Suns fan. Steve Nash, I think, is like he's a super interesting dude. Really charismatic guy, like quiet confidence, quiet charisma. And then, I mean, he don't do a lot of interviews with like smaller stations and whatnot, like local stations, but like Charles Barkley would be like one of the GOAT
Yeah, that'd be
interviews. He is one of the funniest dudes in sports, probably the funniest dude in sports media. And whatever he
Ever, maybe.
touches turns to gold. Yeah, I think probably ever. I think probably
Arguably ever.
When
Deion's
when
still
he
on my
retires,
list.
I get you, Deion super entertaining too, but he's not the same Deion like from like 20 years ago. That even when he like retired, he still had that prime time persona on TV.
NFL
like,
Network, yep.
Yeah. Like he still kind of had that primetime persona on the NFL Network.
He didn't chill
really
out
got
a lot.
that quite. He didn't mellow that a lot. But like 20 years ago, yeah, I agree with you.
You know what? I'm still like in awe. Like Bo Jackson is still like, he's one of them ones to me still. Like it would be like, yo, that's Bo Jackson, bro. Like
Bo
that's crazy.
was different.
You know what
he
I'm
was
saying?
different,
Like,
man. Yeah.
He's still one of them ones for me.
Yeah, no, I get you on Bo, man. Bo was a different man. Like seriously, he's still like to this day. It's hard to fathom someone being that great at 2 different sports like that, and then the career just kind of falls apart because of injury.
Right.
It's real crazy to think about that.
You would swear it was like a 10-year gap, and it really was like 3.
Right? Yeah.
And it was over. It was like, bro, they said he was so crazy. He dislocated his hip and rolled over and popped it back. And like, man, that dude was, Bo is, it's a different dude altogether.
That was
and
nice.
He was an alien.
And you think about it now, it's like if we had like modern medicine, like because like the injury he got at the end of his career, Tua Tagovailoa got that in college, and he's still playing football. So it's like if we had the modern like medicine back then, hell, he might have been one of the greatest players ever played a game. Like
For sure. For sure.
And he people might be talking about him as like one of the, like he'd have like more legitimate cases, like one of the greatest athletes ever. Because we talk about him like that, but it's hard to know like the heights he would have reached because he didn't play that long.
Yeah. That is crazy, bro. You break it down, he really was like a 4-year, and then it was gone. It was like
it was
like
just
a damn
like
comet.
Yeah,
he was like a natural occurrence, and then it was like, wow, that was dope. And then it was
yeah. No, it's crazy when you think about how he's still like super impactful based on his sports career, but it wasn't that long that he was a professional athlete at all.
You said Steve Nash, though. That's a great answer, though.
Dude, I love Steve.
I
think he's like one of the.
I seen John Stockton doing an interview recently. I was like, John Stockton do interviews?
Whoa, John
I've seen
Stockton.
nobody interview John Stockton.
Have you
Yeah.
seen his interviews?
It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah,
But
every now and then
because he
he'll
was talking
pop
about
out.
Kendrick Lamar and everything, it was like I didn't know
Mm,
John Stockton did interviews. Like that's
John Stockton
crazy.
is like Aaron Rodgers.
Wait, hold on. He talking about Kendrick Lamar in his
Yeah,
interview.
because
I
John,
don't, I
you
don't,
know, I'm
I
passed on
don't
the body
know.
of John Stockton.
I
I
don't, I
seen
don't
that
know
clip
if
you
Oh
I,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But
yeah, I
John
don't know if I
Stockton,
need to hear a whole lot about his
yeah,
K-Dot takes.
yeah, John
Oh
Stockton been
yeah,
Right.
wilding.
yeah,
He been wilding, man.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, he be
He
wild. He
like
be
Aaron
wild with his
Rodgers
Yeah,
stuff,
though.
he
bro.
be
He
wilding.
like he kind of
Yeah,
out there.
He
Like
he
yes,
out there, bro. He
Yeah,
out there.
a
yes,
He
little
didn't
bit.
he just said some goofy stuff a little bit.
yeah. You
he
just,
was
I
in
seen what
Utah
you
for
just said.
30 years, man.
Yeah, he got some stuff out there, country. I'll link you up. Don't worry about it, man. I'll link you
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
have to you
know.
have to you have to check up on that. I'll pass on John Stockton interview.
But when you talk about basketball, he good with it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Let's just stick to basketball, dog.
Hey, him and Carl Malone was a hell of combination on and off the court, man.
Man,
I'm just saying. Just
oh
saying.
and
man,
on that note, Karl
yeah,
Malone's son was like, "Yeah, don't judge my daddy that harshly." Like,
yeah. I
I
don't want to go there.
don't know about
You-
that, dog. I
and your
don't know
daddy
about
was an
that.
asshole, bro.
Yeah, I don't know about
Your
that,
daddy
dog.
was something
We
else,
want
brother.
yeah.
Hey,
Nah,
Bold
Carl.
what
statement.
Charlamagne say? Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
That
Man.
ain't
Now we
it, bro.
judging him. We
we
judging him for
we
sure.
judging your daddy, bro. Your daddy
For
was off
Oh
the
sure.
yeah,
chain, bro.
yeah. We got some thoughts about Carl.
Yeah.
Like what? Oh God. Um. Okay. You threw me off at the Karl Malone, bro. We can find you on Chiefs concerns with my boy Binkley. Binkley
Oh,
been saying he was gonna cut
You
Binkley
mean character
concerns.
concerns?
Yeah,
character
character
concerns. My
concerns.
bad,
Yeah,
my bad, my
Yeah,
bad,
yeah,
my
yeah.
bad. I'm
Nah, you
sorry.
good.
I
You good.
apologize.
Nah,
So
you
we
good,
can
dog.
find you on character concerns with Jay Binkley.
Hmm.
Binkley said he's been
Yeah.
coming to wings and things for like the last 10 years, and I still don't think he pulled up. But I'm gonna keep messing with him until he pull up. But we
I'm
gotta get
sure. I'm
Binkley on
sure.
the
I'm
show.
sure he does. I'm sure he does. Yeah. No, Bink. Yeah. No, Bink loves wings. Every wing place in the city's probably tried at least once. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
No.
a big peanut fan.
Yeah.
How
Oh, he
is
loves
I,
Bink?
peanut.
Like
shout out Peanut. I
Bink,
like the Peanut too, though.
like Bink
peanut
is
straight.
known for being like the football junkie guy. Like, how is it being doing a show with him? Like,
Um. It's funny. I think the best thing I've uh way to describe working with him is he's a football junkie. Like
yeah,
he always knows some fact about a player that you had to spend 20 minutes scouring the internet to find. Like I've never seen anyone do exhaustive research on, a backup linebacker at LSU. Like it's just seriously, he knows everything about everyone. He knows their backstory. He knows where they went to college. He knows who they went to prom with. Like he is deep in the game on the research. So like whenever we talk about prospects,
Wait.
he
Uno. You said
you said
prom.
what?
You said prom
Yeah,
dates.
he knows all this stuff. Like I don't know if he actually knows prom dates, but
he
like
he that guy from
he
Uh,
he that guy from draft day that'd be like, you want to know who came to his birthday party? It's
yes,
like,
yes.
you remember
He knows
draft?
he's one of them guys that if you wanted to get info on a player, he got it. Like he knows where they went to. He knows where they went to high school. He knows who their teammates are. Like every time we talk about a player, he's got their backstory. Every time we do the show, like it's hilarious, and it's also like great, for us and what we do because like that kind of information is not what a lot of people are giving out when they start talking draft and whatnot. Like
Right.
the stuff you see on them bio blasts during the draft about the player's backstory. Pink talks about it in the football season. Like seriously, I've never seen anyone love football as much as he loves football, and so it always makes the show really fun to do with him because it's like like I'm sure y'all didn't talk to people before and like like this person probably doesn't know that much about what we talking about. I've never had that with Bing. Like Bink always, he like seriously, he knows way more about the players, the stories, than I think anyone I've ever worked with. So it's always great working with him. And he's definitely one of those guys that like you can tell that I always enjoy people like when we talk football that you can see the love of the game they had. Like I think that's the reason why like John Madden was so
Yeah.
popular as a color
Yeah.
commentator
John
because he
Gruden too.
loved the game. He
Hmm.
loved the game so much. That's how it is with Bink. Bink loves football so much, and it's always real good being able to work with someone that really loves the game like that. Because, like, obviously I love football a lot too, and it's always great being able to share that passion with other people. And it's always great being able to work with him.
Did he do 24 hours of the Super Bowl? Did he talk like to that next day?
No, like he's done like
Okay,
late night
I thought he
stuff.
did.
Nah. Oh
I
no,
thought he was on the radio all night.
so like we've done some like late night stuff. Like I've done some like post game shows for the Super Bowl, and it's like he'll do something for until like 1 or 2 in the morning, then I'll take over from like 2 to 4 or 2 to 5 or whatever. So yeah, we've done that. I mean, Bink's up to talk football whenever, wherever. I mean,
Yeah, facts.
we'll literally sit there and we'll just chop it up about whatever. It'd be the most mundane player, mundane school. He knows something about it. Like that's the type of dude he is, and he's someone that's like really dedicated to his craft. So, I mean, I'm sure like whenever y'all are linking up with somebody, like they real dedicated to the game.
Nate Taylor.
It's fun. Yeah, Nate Taylor's another one. Like Nate Taylor, he's real dedicated to it. Like,
Yeah.
it's always fun when you're around people like that and you get to talk to people like that because it makes it a lot easier to be able to kind of do what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Okay. So when can we catch the show? On 96.5 The Fan?
So you can listen wherever you listen to podcasts, that's where we at. So Spotify, you can listen to us on the Odyssey app. And we also do fill-in duty on like the night show, day show. Me and Bink are going to be on from 2 to 6 on Labor Day, filling in for CDOT on the drive. So we're gonna have like a big preview on the NFL season there. We're gonna talk some college ball, obviously talk Chiefs because they're gonna be playing that Friday against the Chargers in Brazil. So, but yeah, wherever you listen to podcasts, if you want a combination of Chiefs talk, NFL draft talk, and college football talk, that's where we got you. So we'd appreciate it if all y'all, download, subscribe, listen to us, give us 5 stars on whatever platform you're on. Yeah, we'd love that.
Sure.
Good deal.
So I was going to ask you, Chris, then we let you get out of here. Who was one of your favorite draft prospects? A guy that you just went over the tape and was like, I love this guy. I don't even know if we can get him, but I would love this guy.
I'd say a guy that I was like really like pounding the table for was Jamal Charles when he's at Texas.
Oh,
And
man, that's
you
too
remember?
easy. You can't say
No, dog. Because like people didn't like his size. Like he was like 5'11", 200 pounds. Everybody's like, he's too small to play in the NFL. And if you remember, like early on in his career, he didn't get used like that because he was playing behind Larry.
Special teams.
And yeah, it was like he was special teams and like he was like the second back, but like, he wasn't gonna get used when you got Larry Johnson, 6'2", 240 pounds back there. And I remember like, dude, like Jamal's better than Larry Johnson. He needs to be playing over him. And then eventually, you had the temper tantrums with Larry. So they put Jamal in there. And what happened? Jamal started killing it. But like, dude, I was all in on him as a starter from the minute they drafted him in the 3rd round. And I was all about him getting that job immediately. Like I would play with the Chiefs on Madden, bench Larry, put Jamal in because I know I got the guy. And there wasn't a whole lot of expectations for him early on from the people who didn't like watch him at Texas. But man, like from day one, I was like, he's gonna be one of the best running backs in the league when he gets a chance. And I mean, the only thing I wish is if he would have gotten to play with Mahomes. Because man, if he was with this offense now,
Man, look.
ooh, he got to play with
That ain't
Mahomes
even
now.
Yeah,
that
everybody's
ain't
saying
even
that,
fair. I
dog.
don't even think the football
Everybody's
guys
saying
would
that.
bless us like that. That's
Bro,
too
Man.
much.
that'd be
Like
too much blessings
yeah,
right there, man.
like
Yeah,
nah.
we had to pay for that in a decade. We had to like have 2-14 seasons in a row or something like
Man,
that. But yeah,
if we
no,
can,
I
if we,
that was a guy I was down for sure.
if we can insert Derek Johnson on the defense like right now, like tomorrow, I
Oh,
wouldn't
buddy.
even. God,
Man,
I wouldn't
Derek
have
was
no
for
concerns
real.
about the defense. Yeah, whatever. We'd be all right.
It's especially after once he got to that second year with Haley. Because like, you remember he didn't play a whole lot that first year with Haley.
Oh
Haley had been
God,
Right,
straight for
Haley
most of
was
the year.
playing,
right.
man. Benched him and
Haley
all
was
that.
not
Yeah.
Haley didn't like the effort and everything or whatever it was.
if
But
that's
the
one thing
minute,
Haley did, he gave us Derek Johnson. He made Derek
yeah,
Johnson.
because that 2010 year, Derek Johnson was about it. Like that last game of '09, I think it was against was
Broncos,
that
wasn't it?
against the
The
Broncos? It was
Broncos.
because that was the game that Jamal popped off.
Tore
Yeah,
their
And
ass up. Yeah.
yeah, and then Derek Johnson came in there and he was lighting people up. He was killing in the passing game. And after that, next year, those two guys were like the guys for the team
Bowl
the
too,
next year.
remember?
Yeah, Dwayne Bowe had that. He had that. What he had like 15 touchdown catches or something like
Mm-hmm.
that year. Like yeah, those three they carried the team that 2010 season. And man, if they would have if they had DJ, they had Jamal on this team. Oof.
Man,
Scary hours.
those are the days
for
where we
sure.
all we had was like that's all we had. We went no playoffs.
That's literally all we
Went
had.
no
Yeah.
Super Bowls. It was
I mean,
just
it was playoffs every now and then, but
It's every
man,
didn't
now and
happen
them
then,
too
but
often.
playoffs didn't
It
count,
didn't
you
happen
knew
too
man.
often.
you knew they
Man,
was taking the L when they get to the playoffs though. Like
Exactly.
man.
when
We
they
knew it
played the
wasn't.
Ravens in 2010, you knew they was taking that L.
Well,
That was
yeah. I
the
knew
Man,
that was no. I knew it was no shot, man.
hey,
Like,
but
man,
Jamal
You
Jamal
had that
busted out that
run.
touchdown.
Oh
he
Jamal
did
man.
had that
though.
big touchdown run, and then it was curtains for the rest.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Ed and
It was
Ray
like
said they
Ray
had
Lewis said,
enough.
"All right, that's
Ray
enough.
said
We
it's
about
over
to
with.
sit y'all down."
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Oh
They said
God,
done data.
man,
Yeah.
the journey we've been on. If you a real fan, man, you it used to be rough back in the days. But
Oh, it do. I go back and watch those games on YouTube. My girlfriend will like it. She's like, "Why are you watching all them old Chiefs games?" Because like, man, I'm trying to stay humble out here because I'm trying to
Hey,
remember what it was like before Mahomes,
wasn't
and
nothing like the
I've
struggle
done that at
it
since,
times
man.
too. Uno,
it wasn't anywhere close to what it is right now.
Uno. I done gone way. I done gone way back to the '90s with some of the
Oh,
old Chiefs games,
I watched
man.
the '90s. I watched the '90s. I got like a playlist on YouTube, and I save any old games I find on there, and I'll just pull it up and watch one of them games. Yeah, the '90s ones, man, it was up and down that decade.
I used to
For
keep the D
sure.
Ford offsides game on DVR and just watch it.
I haven't seen that game since. I haven't seen that game since I was at the studio producing the coverage. I ain't seen that game since. I don't want to watch that game.
I was at Arrowhead with my shirt off, man.
Oh, he was
Wild as
dying,
heck.
bro. He was
That boy
dying. That was
wild as
cold
heck.
that night, bro.
I
He
was
was
at that game
dying.
too, though. But boy, you
Hurt.
wild as heck.
Hurt. I thought we
I tell you,
won.
I didn't watch that I was at work during the Indianapolis comeback game, the Andrew Luck
Oh,
game. I don't think I've
no.
ever watched that again,
Nah,
man.
I would have worked.
I was at my
I
boy
I haven't
Madhouse.
watched that game either. No,
I would have worked for free instead of
that
watching this shit,
was
man.
that was like my first year. That was my first year working in promotions for the station. Bro, we was at the other place down on the 135th in Olathe. Man, that place died when they came back. Everyone was so pissed. It was not a good night.
Man,
I
Uno,
damn near died
hold
watching that
on.
shit, man. Shit.
Uno, let me tell you something, Uno, man. Look, when we was up like 38-10, I believe, we was up big,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I
it
was,
was
I
like
was
38-10, yeah.
yeah, we thought the game was wraps, and we was talking about, okay, is Jamal gonna be back next week? We was against New England. We was talking about that, bro, at my homeboy house. Then all of a sudden, the comeback happens, bro. Kendrick Lewis letting T.Y. Hilton run by him left and right,
I've
Bro.
up and
never
down the
seen that
field.
many players get hurt in one game in my whole life of
Bro,
watching
and
football, bro.
they just start dropping like flies, like B Flowers went out and Jamal and
Yeah.
Dante
Debo broke
Robinson,
his
man.
foot at
Like
the
what?
end.
Yeah, Dante got hurt too. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh man.
And the thing is, like, Alex has such a great game because I was always
Yeah,
critical of
Alex
Alex,
ball
but
out.
yeah.
he balled
Alex hooped.
out. He
Alex
balled
hooped.
out in that game, man. Like
Going
seriously,
deep
he
to
was a
Donnie
hooper.
Avery.
Yeah,
Oh
he was
my
Right.
hoop. He was a hooper that game.
Johnny
It
Avery.
just fell apart.
Tony
AJ
Avery is
AJ
crazy.
Jenkins. AJ Jenkins on that team too.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
Oh
so.
my
Yeah,
gosh.
that receiving core was not that good
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
that's
goodness, man.
terrible.
That hurt. That hurt, man.
that game.
Yeah, we got it out the mud, man.
We
We
did.
got it
We
out the
definitely
mud.
did.
Man, bro,
That
John,
was some
yeah,
rough. It
yeah.
was some rough times in there, man. We had a lot of
Crazy.
character concerns. That's for damn sure.
Man, look.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. But nah, Chris, we appreciate you coming on, man, and you do good work at 96.5. And you speaking of Chris, y'all be showing love the Arrowhead Chiefs podcast and everything.
Oh
My
yeah.
podcast
I was on there
cousin.
a couple times earlier this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. Man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. We keep watching you and tuning in and you putting in the work and everything. Should be a big season, man. So I'm curious to see how it plays out. We got a tough schedule to start off, but then it cools out, and so pressure's a little bit on our back. We got our ass kicked in the Super Bowl. I want to see how we bounce back, man. Anything special you got coming this year?
I mean, we're just going to continue to cast and we'll see how things go. Hopefully, they get back in the Super Bowl. We can bring back our great playoff coverage and, certainly our Super Bowl coverage too. So
For
I
sure.
appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Yeah,
I
man.
definitely enjoyed it here. And yeah, definitely, I appreciate the support that you guys have for our cast. Definitely, I definitely like what y'all do over here on the Kingdom Cast.
Appreciate that, man.
Appreciate it,
Appreciate you,
Uno.
man.
Much love, man.
Yeah.
Chuck, you got that link, man, to pay them bills?
Yes, sir. Let's get up out of here, man. All right, so shout out to good people Underdog Fantasy, man. Use that promo code KingdomCast, all in one word. They have changed the special this time around. So you play $5, I believe you get $50. You know what I'm saying? So if you are a brand new user Underdog Fantasy, you want to give it a try, download the app on Apple Store, Google Play. Use that promo code KingdomCast, all in one word, to get that special. And of course, the NFL coming around the corner. Got your season props still. Week 1 props are up. Best ball, all that good stuff, and Underdog.
Remember Johnny Morton?
Him and Eddie
Johnny
Kennison
Moore.
was
Yeah,
cool
he
though.
used to do the worm after he scored touchdowns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him and Eddie Kennison, that was a good little duo we had for a
It
minute,
was a
man.
nice little duo of like a couple of number 2 receivers. Yeah, no, it was nice. And they had Tony over there too, and Priest and T Rich. Yeah,
You see
nice
that
little
Uno?
combo
Put
they
that
had
put
there.
that back on there for Uno. He didn't see that. Put that back on there.
What
Is
what
that
they
is
what
that
he
the
said?
problem?
They got to send Cody this shit. I mean, they got to get there first, man. If they get there, yeah, they'll probably send. I would assume Cody in there because they need
Cody. Man, I used to talk to Cody. He'd be like, man, I got Mahomes' agent on the show this week. I'm like, what? That's dope. Yeah,
Yeah,
Cody's my
no.
man.
Cody's real cool.
Hey, Chuck, remember we met Alex Gold when him and Carrington were both like interns, like at St. Joe. Remember we went to the bar in St. Joe where you threw up?
Uncle D's.
Oh my gosh, here we go
Yeah,
again, bro.
Uncle
You
D's,
love
bro.
bringing up that story, dog.
Yeah.
Bro, you
Chuck,
throw up at Uncle D's,
Chuck got
man.
drunk on a beer tower and threw up.
Oh
Dude, hey, them beer
man.
towers were diabolical. I get it, bro. Like I knew multiple people that threw up off them beer towers. So yeah,
Oh
I don't
man.
blame you, dog. You was just
I
another
ate,
victim, man.
I ate
Chuck
some
was like,
bad
I gotta
food
go
that
to the
day, bro.
bathroom. It
Was it
I
was
ate
it a
some bad
flash
food that day.
KO or was it a knockout?
wasn't a knockout, but it was
Oh, okay. It's a little
it was
flash.
a
Okay, he
10
got
and 8.
caught.
It was a
Y'all
10 and
He
8.
got caught with a little
Y'all
something slick.
bug.
Okay, all right.
Y'all man.
The ref didn't wave the fight
The
off
ref did
quite
wave
yet.
it off, man. You good? Okay.
All right, man. So that's gonna do it for tonight's episode of Kingdom Cast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share on social media platforms. If you're watching this on Twitter, please hit the retweet and like button. Share it to everybody you know. And until the next episode, we out, Chicks Kingdom.
Yeah. Peace.